Hello children, welcome you all for today's English class. Today we are going to talk about affixes. We are going to learn how to use affixes to change word class and the meaning of the words. So, before moving to the lesson, I want you to read this paragraph. I will read with you. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Known as the 3 R's are 3 great ways to minimize waste and protect our environment. Reusing is an environmentally friendly habit. Recycling is another good way to cut down the accumulation of waste. So, when you read this paragraph, you can notice that some of the words are underlined. Please notice the underlined words and try to understand the difference between the underlined words and the other words. What kind of differences can you notice? As you all can see, there are some additions made to the beginning of the words and the end of the words. I have highlighted the added letters for each words. Let's read those words again. Reuse, environmentally, accumulation, reusing, recycle, friendly, recycling. So as you all can see, these letters added to the beginning and the end of these words have changed their meanings. So today we are going to talk about these letters. So we call these letters affixes. An affix is a set of letters generally added to the beginning or end of a root word to modify its meaning. You really don't need to remember the word affix. What you need to remember is the letters added to the beginning or to the end of root word. There are 2 types of affixes. They are prefixes and suffixes. Look at the word prefixes. Prefixes. That means the letters added to the beginning of the root word. And suffixes are the letters at the end of the root word. Here are some examples for prefixes and suffixes. I have selected some of the commonly used prefixes and suffixes. Let's look at prefixes first. D, dis, ex, il, im and in. And then suffixes. Able, al, full, li and ing, which is one of the famous suffix that we are using. These are not mere letters. They do carry meanings. So we are going to look at what kind of meanings these affixes carry. We are going to look at the prefixes first. D. What does this prefix mean? There can be a lot of meanings depending on the root word. From, down, away, reverse or opposite. Like in decode or deforestation. Dis. Not, opposite, reverse or away. Like in disagree and disappear. Look at the prefix in. That means not or without, as in inaction, invisible. Look at the prefix re. We are using it to give the meaning again or back, as in react or reuse. Look at the prefix un. We are using it to give the meanings such as against, not, opposite, as in undo, unequal or unusual. So as you can see, there are lots of meanings that these simple letters can carry. Now let's look at suffixes. First suffix we have in the table is able. What kind of a meaning that this word brings? Look at the first suffix we have in the table. What is the meaning of this suffix? Able to, having the quality of, as in comfortable or portable. Second suffix is full, which is very familiar to all of us. That brings the meaning full of, as in beautiful or grateful. Third suffix we have is which is a comparative adjective. I'm sure you can remember adjectives. We have three forms of adjectives and we normally use er with the comparative adjectives. In the examples, I have given bigger and stronger. Next one is est, which is the superlative adjective, as in strongest and biggest. These are also suffixes. Our next suffix is ness. We normally use it to give an idea about a condition, such as kindness, happiness. Our last suffix is al. This means relating to, as in annual and comical. So now we are going to read a paragraph. I want you to read this paragraph and try to find out the prefixes and affixes given in the paragraph and categorize them in the given table. I will read the paragraph with you. My room is disorganized and untidy. Many of my books are misplaced. I want to clean and rearrange my room. My room will look beautiful once cleaning is done. I may also add some colorful decorations to give my room a new look. A good thing to do on holidays. Anyway, try to understand the suffixes and affixes given in the paragraph. Pick them up and put them into the table. I'm sure you have pens and a notebook. So please do the activity. I hope you all have done the activity by now. Let's check the answers. What were the prefixes that you found out in the given paragraph? Rearrange, rearrange. Misplaced, misplaced. Disorganized, dis and organized. Untidy, untidy. And the suffixes which were in the paragraph were beautiful, decorations, cleaning and colorful. Now I want you to practice prefixes and suffixes further. I want you to fill in these gaps using appropriate affixes. I have given you 5 affixes in the box. This is not difficult because there are only 5 root words. Look at the first one, accept. Second one, cycle. Third one, manage. Fourth one, use. Fifth one, relevant. So what are the appropriate affixes that you can use? You can either use a suffix or a prefix. So this is the answer for the first one, acceptable. What is the answer for the second one? Recycle. Third one, management. What about the fourth one? Misuse. And fifth one, irrelevant. Now I am going to discuss with you about the changes that suffixes and affixes do to the root word. As I told you in the very beginning, these affixes can change the word class and also the meaning of the words. I want you to look at these sentences, read these sentences carefully and notice the changes, whether the changes are in the word class or whether the changes are in the meaning only. Look at the first sentence. I will read with you. A beautiful girl sang a song beautifully. To make it easier for you, I have underlined these words which includes affixes. Beautiful and beautifully. What is the word class that the word beautiful belongs to? Yes, beautiful is an adjective. What about beautifully? I'm sure you can remember that it is an adverb. Let's check. Of course, beautiful is an adjective and when you add ly, which is a suffix, it becomes beautifully and beautifully is an adverb. So you can clearly see that adding this suffix have changed the word class of the word. So we are going to move to the second sentence. If you agree with the terms and conditions, you can sign the agreement. Agree and agreement. What do you think? What is the word class that the word agree belongs to? Is it an adjective or an adverb or a verb? Of course, agree is a verb. And what about agreement? It is a noun. So when you add ment into the agree, it becomes agreement and there is a change of a word class. Ment is a suffix. I'm sure third one will be easier for you as we already have discussed first and the second ones. Let's read the third one. Don't be childish. You are not a child. Childish and child. What are the word classes these two words belong to? If you think carefully, what are the word classes these two words belong to? Let me check the answer. As you all know, child is a noun and then we add ish. It becomes an adjective. So this is also a change of a word class. But remember, when the word class changes, meaning also changes. Let's move to the next sentence. Let's read the sentence. He is able to read and write in English. Reading enables us to improve our writing skills, which is true. So, what are the words which includes affixes? We have able and enables underlined. What is the change that has happened? What is the root word and what is the affix? Let's check. As you all can see, able is an adjective. We have added n to the word able, which is a prefix. Why is it a prefix? Because it is added at the beginning of the root word and it has become enable, which is a verb. Let's move to the fifth sentence. It is not possible to learn a language without using it. But learning many languages is not impossible. I'm sure you agree with the sentence as well. So look at the underlined words. Possible and impossible. What is the change? when you add im to the word possible, it becomes impossible. Not like other examples, this does not change the word class, but it does change the meaning of the word, and it creates antonyms. Possible and impossible are antonyms. And here is our last sentence. Kamal is a very good friend of mine. I wish our friendship lasts forever. Look at the underlined words. Friend and friendship. So what is the change? Did you notice the change? Friend plus ship. Ship is a suffix because we add it to the end of the root word. So it has created the word friendship. But as you can see, both friend and friendship are considered as nouns, but the meanings are different. I'm sure you enjoyed the activity and you learned a lot from the activity. With this activity, I'm going to move to another activity which will be a little difficult for you. Here, you have to fill in the gaps using appropriate affixes which I have given in the box. I have also given you 5 sentences and you will have to fill the blanks using appropriate affixes with the root word I have given in the brackets. Let's read the sentences. Lack of English knowledge is always a blank. It is never an advantage, right? Yes. Second one, passing the all-level examination is a blank to sit for the A-level examination. Third one, you cannot blank an email that is already sent. Fourth one, we should blank people who try out new things. Fifth one, people should drive blank. So I'm sure you must have thought of answers. Let's move to the next slide, which includes answers of mine. First one, lack of English knowledge is always a disadvantage, which is very true. Second one, passing the all-level examination is a requirement to sit for the A-level examination. Third one, you cannot undo an email that is already sent. Fourth one, we should encourage people who try out new things. Fifth one, people should drive carefully. So let's look at the words which includes affixes. Disadvantage, requirement, undo, encourage and carefully. When it comes to disadvantage, we have added dis, which is a prefix. And when it comes to requirement, we have added ment, which is a suffix. And in the third one, we added un to the root word do. Un is a prefix. In the fourth one, we have added n to the word courage and we have created the word encourage. In the fifth one, we have added ly to the root word careful. Ly is a suffix, as you all know. So we have created the word carefully. So likewise, hereafter when you read sentences, when you read words, you can notice affixes, particularly prefixes and suffixes. In order to practice more, we are moving for another activity. You have to find out suitable affixes. Look at the first one. I have given you the root word, slow, and I have told you that it is an adjective. Now I want you to create an adverb adding the suitable affix. Look at the second one. I have given the verb, create. you will have to add an appropriate affix and create the adjective. In the third one, the verb teach is given. Then you will have to create the noun of it. In the fourth one, word cloud is given, which is a noun. And then you will have to add an appropriate affix and create an adjective. In the fifth one, I have given kind. You will have to add an appropriate affix and create an antonym. Take your time and try to do the activity. I hope you have finished the activity by now. Shall we look into the answers? Yes. In the first one, in order to create the adverb of the word slow, we have to add ly, which is a suffix, and it becomes slowly, which is an adverb. In the second one, in order to create an adjective using the word create, we have to add ive, and it becomes creative, which is an adjective. In the third one, we have to create a noun, and we have the verb teach with us. So we can add er and make the word teacher, which is a noun. In the fourth one, we have the noun cloud, and we have to create an adjective. So it's easy to add y and make it cloudy. In the fifth one, we have the word kind, and we have to create an antonym. So we can add the prefix un and make it unkind. I'm sure you all got all corrected in doing this activity. So now I want you to look into your pupils book. There are lots of activities related to affixes in your pupils book. You can read the passage given in page 3 and 4 and do the activity given in page 7. You can do it leisurely. And I'm moving to another activity with you. So here, I want you to fill in this grid. I have given nouns, verbs, adjectives and adverbs in 4 columns. What I have filled is the noun column. I have given beauty, acceptance and creation. So you will have to add appropriate affixes and create verbs, adjectives and adverbs. I don't think that this activity will be challenging to you, as we have talked about affixes a lot. Take your time and try to do the activity. Let's check answers. So look at the word beauty. What is the verb of this word? Beautify. And what is the adjective? Beautiful. And the adverb, beautifully. We also noticed these words in previous activities as well. So you are already familiar with these words. Look at the second one. Acceptance. What is the verb? Accept. And then what is the adjective? Acceptable. And the adverb? Unacceptably. Look at the third one. Creation. We have the verb create. And what is the adjective? Creative. I'm sure you can remember this word, as we found this word before. And the adverb, creatively. So this way, using affixes, we can create lots of word classes of words, and also we can change the meaning of the words. Hereafter, when you read sentences, paragraphs, stories, I'm sure you will notice affixes. Here is a homework for you. Remembering what we learned today, you can do this homework. In the page 57, you have activity 11, and in the page 67, you have activity 10. Please do these activities in your leisure time. And here I have some homework for you. With what we learned today, you sure can do this homework that you can find in your pupil's book. I'm sure you enjoyed learning affixes today. Remembering what we learned today, please don't forget to do homework I have given you in the stream. Let's meet with another interesting lesson another day. See you and goodbye.